their line has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Bucky Irving now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
Coming out throwing is Baker. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one finds Irving. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running right, it's Irving. He's contained at the line for no gain. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Baker. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Baker throwing again. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Mayfield to throw again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Baker now from the gun. This throw is caught. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Gibson now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Finds him on the crossing route. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to get this over the middle to Wilson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Second and 3 now. from the 31. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. That's complete to Wilson. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets could break this tie for a halftime lead. First down, Rodgers. Wilson's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Throwing again, it's Rodgers. The throw is caught. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he could have a free play here. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. It looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
They've got 2nd and goal now from the 5 after that helpful penalty. Throwing once again, Rodgers. He's on the move, and he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets get some late points and the lead. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down, here's Baker. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the gun. And they take him down right along the 30. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, 34 yards away. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. That brings us to the break. The Jets with a halftime lead here in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, It has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
All right, here we go. Second down. They bring a tight end in motion right. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Irving hauls it in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Able to find Corley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw by Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Hall running between the tackles. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Now here's Rodgers. Conklin brings it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Baker. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and a lone yard coming up. Irving on the inside give. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They kick the running back in motion. First and 10, it's Mayfield. This one's taken in by Otten. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's second and 7. Completes this one to Otten. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Mayfield with a blitz coming. As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. Right back to Irving now. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Once again, Irving. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Irving here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. On the give, this is Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's going to be stopped pretty quickly at about the 5. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Quick slant into the hands of Corley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets up by 4. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly, the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw it. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. that timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Hall. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. Stays in the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the win goes to the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.